98's the mic. All day, all day.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switch up.
Now it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 39-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. On the toss, here's Hill. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Come on, Shaq. 98, the flag. 98's the mic. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Okay, 98, right? 98, 98's the mic. Let's go. Big Ed.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelm, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Jackson now. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. It's Rudolph. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Delta. Hey, 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 hey. That's mine. I got him.
Here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete here. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Pilot, 64, weak. Go. 51's the mic, boys, 51. Too little, Cupcake. 51's Mike. Mike's 51. Snap.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson. 81 yards as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Jackson.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Javon Hargrave able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Rudolph. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. This quarterback now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Go out. Come. Go. I got one. Get it.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Come on,
so now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey. 4 down. Shift. Check 99. Hey. General West. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 40-yard line.
He was brought down by Earl Thomas. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. These two teams all tied after 1.
On the ready. 51. Let's go, D. Tighten up. X3. 218, chopper. Under 10, under 10, 10. Now.
Kill it, motion me out. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball.
Hey, zoom.
Let's go. Mike.
Hit it.
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Here we go.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Silver.
Hey, orbit.
Show it. Right here, guys.
Big grip.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, I'm coming.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, seam 6.
Hey, watch the slant.
Here's Rudolph. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He finds his man Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
It's a party now.
Protein spill. Shoot.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
3 down.
Rudolph looking to throw it. The quick slant caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Safe.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run. 48's the mic.
Ready.
Rudolph. Johnson's got it complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
80 weapon.
Hey, man up, D. Hey, alert 3.
Let's go. Crash down.
Now a give, right side. Bailey. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Let's go.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Rudolph now to throw. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Man, I'm going to lose one. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Now Rudolph. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remain remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Man, I got you.
From the gun, Jackson buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Matchbox lights.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Back.
On first down, it's Bailey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He's brought down by
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. This will be caught by Brown. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
Let's go now.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He wasn't ready.
He was covered by Steven Nelson.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
Let's go, baby. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 48.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
QB's trash. Let's go. Check three.
Check 6-6. Pull it high. Snap.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Washington's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
First and 10.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 45-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Here we go.
Hey, Haywood.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. I got him.
Get it.
Rudolph looking to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now a give right side. Bailey. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Wide, get wide. Hit it.
On first and 10 is Conner. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They come out here in the eye. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Set, ready? 10-2, stop. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bailey, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And give him a gain of 37.
1st down, Baltimore.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, the coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We want it. Come to my work.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bailey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I don't think you got it, son. 48. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Check.
Hey, Charlie.
48. 48's the Mike.
Shoot.
Now it's Rudolph. Open man here is Gentry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
4 down. Check.
2nd and 5. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Rudolph. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
The Ravens take over 1st
Let's go,
and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return.
Check 24, check 24. Ready?
They run the counter. Bailey. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Down, 50, plant.
Go, go, go.
Get it.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Don't be mad.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side. It's Bailey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
All day, all day. Hit it.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 39-yard line.
On the double.
51 to Mike. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll try the left side. It's Bailey. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Check. Crunch. Crunch.
Hey, Jet.
Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bailey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards, the final tally. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Come on here, come get some.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Justin Lane. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bailey. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bailey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
I'm coming after you.
Back to throw, Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
30 base. Left, watch left. Squeeze, double. Say go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Ready. 60 yards. Focus, defense, focus.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were